Welcome back to the channel, Elijah's Auto Repair. So today we're working on this 2021. It's a Chevy Silverado and it needs a transmission. They said, customer stated the transmission is slipping, it's jerking. And let me show you why these trucks, first of all, the reason this truck needs a transmission is because the dealer lies to people and they tell you these transmissions are non-serviceable when they are. Well, the first thing I noticed when I started working on it is if you come up here and you look in the motor in the engine compartment, there's no dipstick. You got no dipstick at all. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I just did a transmission service on it, which he should have did a long time ago. It would have saved the life of this transmission. So, see this big shield here? This big shield has to be removed. It has 3 bolts on it. It goes right here to shield this catalytic converter. And there's a plug right here. It's got this plug where the dipstick goes. Now the dipstick is supposed to go right here, where you see my finger. This is where your dipstick tube would go. It would run all the way up to the top with the dipstick on it. Now all the car manufacturers are doing this, and they're doing it because they don't want you to service your transmission, and they'll tell you it's non-serviceable, and it's because they want to sell you, they just want to sell you a whole nother car in 7 years when you pay it off because you never changed the oil on your transmission or the filter. And that's what's going on with this. And I took the lines off here to try to put the oil in through the lines, and it wouldn't even go in through there. The oil would just come right out. So I found it where the dipstick, this is where the fill is, where the dipstick would go, and it's got a little plug. And this is a 2021 Chevy Silverado. So if you have a newer Chevy Silverado, you do want to change this transmission oil at least once a year, every year. And another thing they'll tell you too is you got your front differential here, if you got a 4x4, and you got your rear differential over there. You're going to want to change that once a year as well. Over here you got what's called your transfer case that's connected to your transmission. You're going to want to change that oil once a year as well. And nobody ever does it. I know people don't like to spend money on their vehicle. You know, it costs quite a bit of money to do all that. But if you want your components to stay new on your vehicle, just change the oil on all of them once a year. You'll be good to go. That's what I do on my vehicles. My vehicles last 300,000-400,000 miles. But thanks again, Elijah's Auto Repair. If you're looking